Where's mine? Probably taking my own.
Someone please call 911. Tell them it's like to report a commercial or residential burglary. Better yet, call it a home invasion. Because we were all there when strangers came in and raided our nation. They stole lives, legacies, and natural resources that ripped off our history and stole. They plundered our history and stole whole civilizations, kidnapped us and smuggled us off to foreign plantations. Someone please call 911. Tell them that you'd like to report a robbery in progress. Tell them that we're standing face to face with armed gunmen that demanded of us our intelligence. They're trying to strip away our sense of reason and force us to believe in some sordid version of historical facts that they simply sat back and conceived. That somehow places you and me in a position other than being direct descendants of the world's first human beings. Now, I'm not going to digress, but let me just say, my people, don't believe everything history has to say. We're being robbed of our culture right before our very eyes. The situation we're facing is becoming too complex to surmise. Of what does our future comprise if our past has been forgotten and decimated? Someone please call 911. Tell them that you're witnessing a generation being decapitated. Tell them that you're witnessing graves being desecrated. The heads of our familial clans being gunned down in the streets. Fathers, brothers, and sons locked away in cages, living under the gun. Where freedom only means that you're no longer on the run. Our ancestors were slaves, and our elders saw slavery undone, so tell me, how in the hell did I somehow become one? You gotta have paperwork stating you're allowed to travel alone. You pay rent every month, yet when the police get a notion, they can ransack your home. Constitutional compromise means they can compromise the Constitution whenever it suits them. A man's face down and cuffed up when an officer shoots him. But then he claims it was accidental, so folks claim he should go free. But tell me, how many times would you be condemned if you accidentally killed me? Someone please, for me, someone please call 911. Tell them that you're witnessing multiple murders. Tell them that you just saw our pride, our dignity, our self-respect, and our culture viciously slaughtered in cold blood. What do you call a Holocaust when there's no survivors? A genocide. The systematic elimination of a whole race, either by death and disgrace or by putting operations in place to ensure our eventual demise. If we don't act now, we'll find ourselves not just fighting to survive, but tiptoeing to the very brink of extinction. Too poor to afford the freedom to think. See, we've been wallowing so long in this filth that it no longer stinks. If a chain is only as strong as its weakest link, then how wealthy can one man be if he gets rich off the blood of his own people and then leaves them stranded in the streets? 1 out of every 10 blacks on this planet live above poverty. The rest are just stranded. See, I'm no longer asking, but right now I demand it. Someone please call 911, damn it. Tell them you just witnessed a whole generation of children being kidnapped and abandoned in substandard living conditions in broken down schools. Tell them no child was left behind. In fact, they graduated thousands of fools. Sent them off to fend for themselves unprepared. Fed them nothing but budget cuts for years and forced them to quench their thirst with their tears, then prostituted them out without fear of repercussion, repayment, or guilt. Exploited their conditions for votes and political gifts. I mean, why do you think you never hear school closures in the suburbs? How do you think the parks in the good neighborhoods always get the beautiful facelifts? I mean, have you ever seen a hoop court outside of the hood without nets? If the education budget is equitably spent, then why do some schools have a computer in every classroom while some barely have one they can rent? Whose job is it to make these decisions? And how many schools do they have to visit before making those choices? And do they ever have to look into the eyes of a child burning with potential and promise that won't ever be realized due simply to a lack of equitable spending? Someone please call 911. If you won't, you can even remain anonymous. But tell them that you think you're a witness to a shady operation of international drug and gun runners. Tell the operator that you just saw 4 clean-cut white guys in fresh suits and ties got a boat down at the harbor. Tell them that you might not notice if they hadn't all jumped behind the wheel of 4 separate unmarked vehicles and headed straight towards what you knew was the ghetto. Tell them how you followed one and sat stunned as you Tell how you followed one to a local police station and sat stunned as he talked with the chief about how he went through the hood, block by block, dropping bricks of cocaine in the streets, watching and laughing as his brothers scurried from their burrows like rats, trying to be the first to sink their teeth in this new treat. Tell the operator that we trapped up in that close up of the driver. He's the same gunman who robbed us, plus the same one who kidnapped those children last week. Tell her if they come quick, they can stop them before it becomes too late. Matter of fact, if she ever gets you off hold, tell her no need to hurry. Because the suspect just stole America's vote. And the Ghetto Prophet, thank you. Poetry open mic every second and fourth Sundays at African Bookstore on 52nd and Foothill. It's 5272 Foothill Boulevard. I don't know if any of y'all know Island Tagger. He owned the building. So he let us do us in there. And Onyx is about to be running some programs out there, literacy classes, things like that. So check us out online. Onyx is moving. Pay poetry moving. Stick with us. Parts of people. Love you. Thank you.
Fire! I promise you, fire! Hey, high beats! Dig that dough. Somebody bring Wishes Beat back. That was the Ghetto Prophet, part of Paid Poets. And Paid Poets gotta be running high features. All right, so now for